Welcome to TuberChat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The first channel that we're looking at today is House of X Entertainment Inc. This is a combined business venture with Yo, It's Your Boy Leo, and It's Me Wonston, Yes Honey. They are both dedicated and loyal supporters who've been with TuberChat since the beginning, and it's a pleasure to feature their new channel. I hope everybody will subscribe to them and help move this channel on its way toward their first 100 subscribers. Welcome, everyone. Thank you very much for coming early and hanging out with TuberChat today. Dimitri Jones, it's good to see you in the house. Donut Toys and Games, I'm glad you're here as well. House of X Entertainment Inc., the featured channel for today. They also happen to be a member. So let's get that channel onto the wheel right now. And Caleb's Lawn Care is in the house. Thanks for coming early. Carrie Beth, it's always wonderful to see you, so thank you for coming in. It's Me Wonston, Yes Honey, just came in through the door with their other channel. And then Kristin Welton, my love, who's a moderator and a member, is in the house. Thank you for always being with me. PA, our beloved moderators here with us as well. Black Brand Friday just walked in. Life with Triple T is here. Michael's Adventures. I'm going to call him the most supportive creator on YouTube. I think it's a fitting title. Norman B., good to see you here. Band's World and That Blue Moon. It's always a pleasure when you are in the chat. So thank you very much for coming back in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody, but as long as you're active in the chat, of course, I will get around to everybody at some point. And then Michael's Adventures having a little bit of internet trouble, but for those of you who've been with TuberChat for a little while, we've seen a little bit of that ourselves as well. James Tamburo, thank you for coming in. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, a very much beloved member, is here. Unmasked Lifestyle is a silver member, so their channel is already on our Wheel of Doom before we even get started. As with all of our silver and gold members. And then with regards to all other members, as soon as I see them, their channels get added to the wheel. Nikki's Green Thumb, good to see you back in the house, even though you can't hear me, but I do appreciate everybody watching the ads when they come, if they are of a reasonable length. And then Bright Creations just walked in. Thanks for coming in. JccTube is here. And Christian Nomad, thank you also for coming in. Grinch 1984, it's always good to see you. It's a pleasure to have you in here. And it looks like everybody's already off to the races. Connecting, meeting new friends and family members, which is great. So I'm not going to wait too long today before getting some more names onto the wheel. So we'll try to move a little bit quickly, but I am going to do a small bit of housekeeping first. So we had 4 members join yesterday, and I've got to get them added to my front page. Ella and family, thank you for coming in. Eve Belize is here. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the share. Yes, if anybody does have the ability to share, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or anything like that, of course, I'll appreciate it. And then as well, the thumbs up really does help. Now that TuberChat's monetized, I always forget to realize that people might be watching ads. So as Christian Nomad just pointed out, you know, I kind of welcome everybody as I start the show, but then I don't consider the fact that you might not actually be able to hear me if it's within the first 30 seconds, minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and this and that. If the ads get out of control, I'd rather everybody just be in here, but I will appreciate it if you hang on if they're of a reasonable length. The Tyler Show, thanks for coming in. Dimitri Jones, good to see you. And then hopefully everybody's already having a good time. Meshana, a very much loved and well-respected member of our community and a previously featured channel, is here as well. So what I've got to do, we've been adding a lot to our front page lately. And so I got to put our newest members on here. So I'm going to just show you how it's done because this is a new method and not everybody has seen this yet. So we'll do it quickly. Band's World, I hope I mentioned you when you came in. So as you can see, you've got your video spotlights up here. This is where we put a channel trailer for people who haven't subscribed yet and a featured video for returning subscribers, which gives you a bit of control in that top section. Pardon me. Family travel and excursions. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And so I'm just going to skip down to the levels that we need. So let's go to our bronze level members here. And I'm just going to go through this quickly. Now they've changed this so it's easier to get through because you can just search. So I'm going to look for Rodney and Janelle. Oh, I can't spell. Am I spelling it wrong? No, there they are. Okay, so then I just click and they get added to the bottom of the list, but I want to move newer ones up to the top just so that the front page changes. So they'll go up there with Christian Nomad. Lux Granny Grace, good to see you here. And Suddenly Denise, good to have you in the house as well. And HJMP Generation, thanks for coming in. Yes, everybody's willing to dance here, so please don't be shy. Reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. I know this is your first time with TuberChat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. There's a lot of dynamic creators in the house. The object here is to go first. Make the first move, especially people who've been here for a while won't come to a newer channel until they see a little bit of interactivity in the chat. So it's best for you to make the first move. You could do that by simply visiting a channel, leave a single emoji next to their name in the chat to let them know you're about to do that. When you get to their channel, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. Give the creator a thumbs up, subscribe to them, come back here, leave a double emoji. That lets them know that you have subscribed the right way and secured that connection. Then say something about the video that you watched so that they can turn around and find your comment easily, and they will do the same thing for your channel. MAH Videos, thank you for coming in. And yo, it's your boy Leo's in the house as well. Shay's Journey, thank you for coming and joining us. I am just going to see what I can do about, I got to get through one more here. Blue Angels 33. And I got that. They get added to the bottom of the list, but I'm just going to scroll up and put them at the top. And I do this so that they show up at the front page because the front page makes the list go from top to bottom, left to right, as you can see here. And I've got 2 more to do, but they are silver members. So let's look for Unmask. Oh, Unmasked Lifestyles there. Okay, I put it on yesterday. I forgot about that. I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it at all, right? And there's Gibry's World. And I didn't put that at the top. I'm going to move Gibry's World just up here because Just Vlogging Life is a gold member, so I just want to leave it where it is. Rodney and Janelle, there you are. Look at that. I was just putting you on our front page. Thank you again for becoming a member, and let me get you onto our wheel. Of course, you don't have to be a super chatter or a member to get onto the wheel, but we just give them a little bit of chance to skip the line and get onto the wheel or the screen right away. Tanisha Armstrong, good to see you here. Forgive me for not knowing if this is your first time with TuberChat. I can't remember whether you've been here before, but it looks like a popular name. So hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And there you go. Last podcast before the world explodes. It's always great to have you in the house as well. Once again, this is House of X Entertainment Inc. This is a joint business venture between Yo, it's your boy Leo, and it's me, Wanston Yes Honey, who have both been with TuberChat since the beginning, and they're both in the chat with us right now. So I hope everybody will connect with this channel if you haven't already. There's MSK Family Vlogs joining us today as well. And I'm going to ask everybody for a favor. I'm doing my best to get a little bit better at keeping up with the chat and sometimes I fall behind, and I certainly don't mean to ever forget anybody or skip over anybody. Sometimes I just skim over really quickly. So if I ever do that, by all means, please call me right out on it. Make sure that I'm on the game if you want to. If there's something you want to let me know about the chat or how things are being handled, you can reach out to me on Instagram at all one word tuberchat, and I'll be happy to address anything that I can in the chat that way. Declan Fans 2020, good to see you here. Embracing everyday realities. Thank you for coming back in. Hopefully everybody's doing well. So I did promise I was going to get moving today. So let's spin the wheel and we'll get a channel up and see what's happening today. So here's the Murphy family. Now this happens to be a silver member, so their channel gets added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not. And then Ella and family, hopefully you're feeling welcome already. I'm meeting new friends and family members already. James Tamburo, we actually live stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Hopefully you have the notification bell on so you don't miss any further live streams, but I always schedule them in advance so that you can get notified of the individual ones if you'd like to. They're always listed on our front page. The Murphy family is here. They are a very much loved and well-respected member of the small YouTuber community, and here at TuberChat as well. You'll see a lot of familiar faces in here, including the Lava House family, Social Couplepreneur, the Hoops family, Mr. Johnny 25, who's our featured channel for tomorrow, and Mrs. Morrison and the Cruz family, among a few others. Hopefully everybody will connect with this channel if you haven't already. And then one of the things we do here, and I promote it like quite often, is swap playlists for the purpose of gaining watch hours. So if anybody in the chat is willing to swap playlists, then just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat, and you will find other creators reaching out to you for the purpose of making those arrangements. And then if you see somebody say that and you are willing to swap playlists, then please reach out to them as well so that you can make those arrangements independently, of course. And then James Tamburo, membership in the way that I'm talking about it is like, for instance, the Murphy family has it as well. When you click that join button, there's a few options there for memberships. But again, I just want to let everybody know you do not have to super chat and you do not have to be a member to get onto the wheel. The only difference is in those cases, I will let them skip the line and either get onto the wheel or the screen automatically, but I will be adding a lot more names to the wheel depending on everybody, how interactive everybody is in the chat. My robot Battissimo helps me, and I'll get to that soon enough. Justin Mello, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. Let's spin. Move a little bit faster today than I usually do. So here's Jenny O'Brien, a fellow Canadian who happens also to be a silver member. So therefore, their channel gets added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not. Carrie Beth, I hope I welcomed you. I think I did, but it's always a pleasure to have you in the chat. So thank you for coming in. Again, I'd rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it, right? Jenny O'Brien is getting very close. She's officially on the road to 2K. So I hope everybody will connect with this channel. If you haven't already, she's here with us at TuberChat again and again. And it looks like everybody's having a good time connecting. Yeah, no, we're on, where is it? Dry grapefruit again? Or should I give you the French side for Gijo? Gatorade probably won't happen today. I've been drinking a lot less while I've been doing Tuber Chat the last couple of weeks. Maybe it's because the weather's cooled down. I'm not sure. And then Manly Gaming, good to see you here. Thanks for coming back in. Yeah, that blue moon stuck at 353 for so long. I'm glad you said that. So it gives me a chance to bring up the purging, glitching, and other stuff that we've been talking about lately that's been going on with TuberChat. So there's something that I continuously forget or don't think to point out. But every time you come to TuberChat, you see me putting channels on the screen. And very often, every day, we have some new people that come to TuberChat for the first time. And what happens with those channels is I put them in my watch later list. I go and I watch their video later. I give them a comment. I subscribe and make sure I do my part the way we're supposed to, right? But then when they come back, if they're here for long enough, we put those channels on the screen. And all of you can see, those of you who are coming very often to TuberChat, when these channels get put up on the screen, TuberChat is still subscribed. So we haven't had very many instances at all where we've seen me pull up a channel that was recently connected to and have it disappear. So it's something interesting. And I just want to point that out to everybody because Kristin Welton, who's in the chat, she happens to be my girlfriend, but she's in here as a member and a moderator as well, has done a little bit of experimenting of her own. She's kept track of the people she's been connecting with the last couple of days, gone back the next day after YouTube resets the numbers to find that she's still subscribed to them. And then for the ones who have their subscriptions public, finds out that they are still subscribed to her. So when we're losing our numbers, the bet is that they are not the same people that you're connecting with. What's possible is either the numbers are inaccurate or YouTube is removing older connections to replace the new ones with people who never come to your channel anymore or spam accounts or ones that you don't go visit anymore and stuff like that. It happens all the time. Sometimes we get channels that just become inactive, and that's a possibility also. I don't want to miss anybody coming in, and I know I have already. And I don't mean to do that. I just got into that little speech there. This is Christian Nomad, another member. Blind Needle, good to see you here. And then Alfie Channel TV, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. There's a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. I just ripped off somebody's chance there. That's unfortunate. We'll spin again. So specifically, for those of you who are newer, the way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel, leave a short, watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long, and leave a genuine, meaningful comment of at least a couple of full sentences related to the content of that video so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filter. And then give the creator a thumbs up because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to them, next to their name in the chat. Let them know that you have secured that connection the right way, and then say something about the video that you watched so that they can go back and find your comment easily, and then they'll turn around and do the same thing for your channel. Blind Needle, I'm always good. I'm living the dream. So hopefully you're doing well as well, and hopefully everybody in the chat is. And yeah, again, with regards to thumbs up, if anybody hasn't already, even I have to be reminded when I'm in live streams, then please do give a thumbs up. It really does help the stream, pushes TuberChat a little bit farther into the algorithm so that we can meet more creators, get found easier, and then maximize our impact. So let's... This is Jibbri's World, and again, this happens to be yet another silver member, which means that their channel will be added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not. And then Little Tadler and Kayla, sorry, Little Tadler and Kayla, thank you for coming back in. I'm 99% sure you've been here before. It may have only been once, but thank you for coming back. Hopefully you're feeling welcome, and you'll meet lots of friends and family members for your channel here today if that's what you would like. Oh, Manly Gaming. Yeah, we're very lucky. So the likes really actually move pretty quick at the beginning of the live stream, but then they slow down. I keep forgetting. I got a robot mentioning it, and one of our moderators, PA, does a good job of reminding everybody. We have to be reminded, right? Because just like everybody else, sometimes you get into a live stream or you're watching a video, and it's not the first thought on your mind to give it a like or whatever else. And hopefully you remember, right? But then as well, if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to give a like and then come back into the chat. You don't lose your place. It only takes a second, and it really does help. So if anybody's on a phone and hasn't done that yet, then I'll appreciate it. Let's spin the wheel. We'll, excuse me, get another channel. Oh, wow. Christian Nomad's using an extension for Chrome called Auto Like. I'm just making a note of that. So he never forgets to like. I'm thinking about doing a video. I'll probably have to do it on my personal channel. Maybe I'll do it for TuberChat. It'll be one of our first videos. But I'll do something like the top Chrome extensions that I personally use, like you know, TubeBuddy, obviously, and vidIQ and all that. But I'm talking more particularly about oh, I forget what it's called, Pocket Tube or something like that, that makes this subscription groups box on the left side of your screen that you see here. And that lets you sort your subscriptions into groups if you wanted to. And then as well, YouTube autoplay or nonstop or something like that. I got to remember the names of these and then make a video to tell everybody. So maybe we'll do like a top 5 or top 10 extensions that you can use. But I'll steal Christian Nomad's idea and add it in there so that we can give some value to everybody and make your YouTube experience a little bit better. LN family still here. Hopefully you're meeting new friends and family members. And yeah, so Christian Nomad reminds me, yes, it is called Pocket Tube. There's a handful. Yeah, and I don't even think to look for some of these things, right, until we need it. There, of course, was the go-to channel. I'm going to have to keep on top of that and see what's happening with those guys because they cut it off in a roundabout sort of way. But we'll see if any progress happens there. Pardon me just for 1 second. And then let's, oh, so this is Kristen Welton. So this happens to be my girlfriend. She's in the chat as a moderator and a member. We live together in Niagara Falls, Canada, but she's always here with me for every live stream. She's also willing to swap playlists, as am I. So, and she is monetized, so am I, but on our personal channels. But if you want to swap playlists, she's a great person to reach out to. And then as well, if you want to reach out to me personally, you could just catch me on Instagram at all one word tuberchat, or Facebook or Twitter. And then as well, if anybody in the chat is willing to swap playlists with other creators for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Carrie Beth does it still, even though she's monetized. Michael's Adventures does it. That Blue Moon does it. So if you just mention I am willing to swap playlists, other creators should reach out to you for the purpose of making those arrangements. And then if you see somebody say they're willing to swap playlists, please don't be shy. Please reach out to them, make those arrangements. And the best part about swapping playlists is the friendship that can flourish once you've traded favors with another creator. That's why I push it so much. TuberChat is a meeting place, and I would like for everybody to meet as many friends and family members for their channel as they can. That Blue Moon, I appreciate your kind words. And hopefully we can keep you going. I want to see the day that you hit 1,000. I know it's on your mind. It must be. Most of us are here for that reason. T Calisthenics, New York City, thank you for coming back in. It's great to see you back in the house. And Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo is using the new custom emojis to let everybody know that they're willing to swap playlists as well. And then Michael's Adventures is always willing to help people. Meshana swaps playlists as well. Band's World. The way that we swap playlists, and thank you, Justin Mello. The way that we specifically swap playlists is it is a simple arrangement. It just means that you're willing to run a playlist of videos for somebody else, and they are willing to run a playlist of videos for you. You're not obligated to sit and watch every single second of every video. You don't have to like and comment every video. It would be nice if you could do as much as you physically can. However, the object there is only to run it. And the purpose is, if you have a playlist that's 2 or 5 or 10 or 20 hours or even more, you can bet and see how, if you get a lot of other creators running that playlist for you, you're going to have your hours really starting to stack up. But the best part about it is, like I keep saying, the friendship that can begin and flourish because you've traded favors with somebody. You're probably going to find yourself being favored by them because you've helped them. And you're probably going to find yourself favoring them when you're watching videos and stuff because they've helped you. And this is how you can really start to build up a following, not only of subscribers, but true friends who care about your success, who really want to see your channel grow, and will do the things that you need to help you. And then Declan Fans 2020 likes following people on Instagram as well, which is a great idea. Thank you, Blind Needle. Thank you very much for that. Bright Creations is willing to swap playlists. LN Family will do it. Band's World will likely be ready. As a suggestion, for those of you who haven't swapped playlists yet but like the idea, you want to make a playlist that contains all of your videos, not including live streams. If you want to, make 2 playlists, one that has everything including live streams and one that has everything not including live streams. Because most of the hosts of growth streams or live streams like TuberChat will always say we don't want any live streams in those playlists. And then you could start making arrangements with people. And like I said, you're free to make those arrangements independently, of course. This is MSK Family Vlogs, so they obviously do adventures, challenges, everyday life, and cooking. They are officially on the road to 300 subscribers. They've actually got a premiere running right this second. But hopefully everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. They are a previously featured channel from TuberChat as well. So let's get to Rodney and Janelle. They just became a member yesterday and now are featured on our front page for that reason. And Carrie Beth is reaching out to swap playlists with people as well. And Mr. Fulton Mraz, thank you very much for sharing. Mr. Fulton Mraz is a great friend of TuberChat and always shares for us. So thank you very much for that. This is Rodney and Janelle. So they are a little bit newer to TuberChat. They've been with us, I think, just under a month, a couple of weeks anyway, maybe getting on a few weeks. But they have obviously a lot of dynamic content here and a lot of fun stuff for you to check out. Oh, spicy deviled eggs. That looked like popcorn to me for a second. Oh, wow. I've been noticing like so much food lately, and if it turns out when I look at these channels that have all kinds of food on them, I end up scrolling a little bit, even though we're in the middle of a live stream. We just ate, and still. Okay, let's see what I'm going to do about adding some names to the wheel. So for those of you who are newer to TuberChat, this is Botissimo. It's a robot that works similar to Nightbot, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, and things like that. But it does a spectacular job of keeping track of how interactive everybody is in the chat, how many messages they send, how long they're here. It's not just about the time. So this keeps a list. And so, for instance, we have, is Black Brand Friday? Have I not already put you on the wheel? No? Black Brand Friday will go on the wheel right now, along with that Blue Moon. Meshana's been here longer than I thought. We're going to have a look at LN Family. Caleb's Lawn Care. Now, the wheel, it takes a little while to get on here, but once you're on the wheel is random when I spin it, of course, as you can imagine. But when your name comes up, as long as you're still here, we put your channel on the screen and talk about it for a couple of moments if that's what you would like. So here's Just Logging Life. Now this channel happens to be a gold member. So what that means is their channel, first of all, is added to the screen or added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not. But as well, their link is dropped in the chat by Nightbot automatically every 30 minutes or so, as you can see from just a moment ago. But this is a dynamic creator who's back with tuberchat again and again. They are willing to swap playlists. Plus, they do the featured channels collaboration that I talk about so much. This particular featured channels collaboration that I go on about, for those of you who are newer, is I recommend it to anybody that's willing to do it. And the reason why is because when you feature channels on your front page like this, as we do on tuberchat, you are saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, they are saying to the YouTube algorithm and to their audience that you are worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has, both on the YouTube algorithm and on your individual audiences. So I recommend it, and of course we do it. So if anybody in the chat has featured tuberchat or my personal channel on your front page, please make sure that I know so that I can return that favor, because I absolutely do that with both channels. And it looks like everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. So I will spin, we'll get another channel up and see what else is happening. I gotta look at my notes from yesterday too and make sure I haven't forgotten anything today. Here's Simply Royce. This happens to be another silver member, which means that their channel is added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not. But they're here with us all the time at tuberchat. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. If you haven't already, again, they do the featured channels collaboration. They're willing to swap playlists, and they are officially on the road to 800, which must feel good. Hopefully everybody will help them get there. I'm just skipping over my notes from yesterday. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. My BF, come here. My BFF forever's in the house. This is Kara Welton. Are you already in the chat or no?
I'm getting.
She'll be coming in the chat in a moment.
I'm just making food.
Let me fix my green screen. And hopefully everybody is having a good time. So Rodney and Janelle's willing to swap playlists as well. Johnny Bites, good to have you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. I got to get Declan Fans 2020 into our approved users list. Wonder if I can do that quickly right now. So I'm going to skip the wheel just for a second, and I'm going to try something because I want to show everybody how to do this as well. Sometimes you have channels in the chat, and their messages are getting held for review, and your moderators have to keep hitting them to let them be approved. And it can, what I like to do in tuberchat is try to make the job of the moderators as easy as possible. So I'm going to show you how to do this if you haven't already seen. For those of you who live stream or are thinking about live streaming, this can really help. So we go down into our settings in our YouTube studio, and then we go to our community tab. It takes mine a second to come up because I've got quite a lot of channels in here, and then I've also got a large band words list. And it really makes the web page take a minute to come up. But this is really, really easy to do. So I've got to get the URL for Declan Fans 2020, which I've got now. Oh, sorry, no, I don't. I almost made a mistake there. Now that I've got their channel up, now I can get the URL. And then I will get over to our community tab. Here's our approved users box. And I'm just going to add them in there. After a few months, you can like take out whoever you want. It may not be necessary to have them in there anymore if YouTube's not glitching on them anymore. We just click save, and it may not have effect right away. we might have to be patient with that. But hopefully that will stop those messages from getting held, and then we'll have the moderators will have an easier time. Here's Chase and Chris. I'm going to trying to copy and paste. There's Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream. We had a good time hanging out with him last night at the end of the live stream. Chase and Chris is a member, so I've got them on the wheel right away. But I'll add some more names to the wheel in a little bit after we get going. It's Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream plays a game on the phone called 8-Ball Pool. It's a game that I also happen to play. It's just coincidence. But I noticed, and I've been connected to Kid Wonder for a long, long time. He's got 2 channels, actually. Oh, thank you, Eve Belize. Oh, are you still with us? Earlier, I thought you said, I forget what you said. You were out. Hopefully you're still with us. Sometimes we deal with people from around the world, right? In different areas and this and that. And sometimes somebody might come into the chat and they might say, have a good evening. So to me, that means see you later. Have a good evening. But some people mean it as like a welcome. And it's interesting. And I've seen that a couple of times. I forget which channel it is, comes in and says, good night, everyone. I'm like, oh, were you leaving? I thought you just got here. But it's interesting. So we continue to learn based on our community. Let's spin the wheel. Oh, Eve Belize is coming up right now. I hope they're here. Kid Wonders Gaming and Live Stream. Thank you for giving a like. It really does help. Oh. I'm just addressing something on Instagram right now. Nothing's up, but just somebody might be shadow banned and need to come in. YouTube and they're glitching. We love it. Okay, I got to do some housekeeping here. We got to get a channel in. Okay, pardon me for that. If there's ever anything in the chat that anybody feels I need to address, then please reach out to me on Instagram at all-one-word tuberchat. I try to be attentive of it, and then I can get to anything that we need. We've got a channel that might be shadow banned, so I got to try to get them in here. Let's talk about it with Anita. Thank you for coming in. It's always a pleasure to have you here. She's a very much well-loved and respected member of our community. And hopefully everybody will connect with her if you haven't already as well. Angel Light Over Darkness, thank you for coming in as well. I always call you Angel Light Over Darkness. I never say the 33, but Angel Light Over Darkness 33, thank you for coming in. Oh, is Corinne's Life here? I didn't see her slip in. I see somebody reaching out to her. Oh, top chat instead of live chat. Is that why? Corinne's Life. Why don't I see you anywhere in the chat? There you are. Thank you for coming in. Sorry, you slipped by me on your way in. One of the things that I forget that was just kind of pointed out to me is we have you have this box here, top chat and live chat. It works the same on the phone. And if you don't specifically say live chat, it's possible that you miss some messages. And you certainly don't. You just want to make sure you don't miss anything, especially as a host on a live stream. I keep a separate window open for that. So this is Eve Belize. Hopefully everybody will connect with her if you haven't already. Well over 1,000 subscribers. She's got it nice and locked in, but is always looking to expand the family, and she's willing to swap playlists. So if you want to reach out to her for that reason, you can do that too. And then Alfie Channel TV. Hope so happy here. Now limited. Oh, okay, Alfie Channel TV. You might find yourself. I made a mistake in the thing, and I didn't delete something there. So that's a random. The Psycho Ducky. Good day to see. Good day, kiddo. It's good to see you in the chat. Thank you for coming in. And then Alfie Channel TV. Hopefully you have a little bit of luck. Typically here in TuberChat, you're expected to make the first move. And visit other channels, watch their video, leave a comment, give them a like, subscribe to them, and then come back here and let them know you've done that, and then they will turn around and do the same for you. You can try otherwise, but you might not just find the speed of growth what you might be looking for otherwise. Here's JccTube. They're willing to swap playlists as well, so hopefully everybody will connect with this channel on the road to 300, but as well, hook up with them for the purpose of swapping playlists, and obviously they're willing to do the featured channels collaboration. They've got TuberChat there as we have with them. 85th Dimension, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for coming in. This is your first time with TuberChat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, which I never put up until right now, then you can find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time, I'm sure. I always have that banner running at the bottom of the screen just to remind any newcomers how to connect specifically here at TuberChat, but I must have, hopefully I don't do that too often, but I forgot to put that up earlier. But either way, hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. Kira Welton, my BFF forever, is now in the chat as a moderator. I'm going to add her to the wheel. And I'm just having a look to see if there's anything I'm missing in the chat, but it looks like everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. I think we're all good. So the Psycho Ducky, hopefully you're still here. Hopefully you're getting a chance to meet some new friends and family members as well. And thank you, Black Brand Friday. I'm glad you're having a good time. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat coming in either. Sometimes people slip by me when I get into a long-winded speech. But it looks like we're okay today. So let me spin. Jason Chris, I hope you heard me welcome you when you came in, but I added you to the wheel already, of course. And your channel's coming up right now. So let's see what they got going on for us. He's doing a lot. I keep saying he. I'm trying to get out of the habit of it. They are doing a lot of live streaming. So they've got well over 1,000 subscribers now. They've got it nice and locked in, but hopefully everybody's willing to connect with them. I believe they're willing to swap playlists as well. So you can reach out to them for that reason. And they got a lot of dynamic content here, but you can see some of these live streams. So not only they're doing a few silent ones, but they're also doing a lot of actual live streaming as well, which is great. And that's a short one there, but you've got something new here for everybody to see. Sergeant Life, good to see you here. That's an interesting name. I think this is your first time with TuberChat, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can connect with anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time, if that's what you would like. And then specifically for those of you who are new to TuberChat, the way that we connect here is to leave a single emoji next to somebody's name in the chat to let them know that you want to connect with them. Then head to their channel and watch a short video in full of at least 1 minute long so that it registers with the YouTube algorithm. Then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. And it should be at least a couple of full sentences so that it doesn't get held for review or caught in the YouTube spam filters. Then give the creator a thumbs up, because we should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribe to them and come back into the chat here and leave a double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've secured that connection the right way. And then they can turn around and find your comment easily, and they will do the same thing that you just did for your channel. Big Guys 45 is always good to see you. Hopefully you're having a good time in the chat as well. Justin Mello still in the house. Thank you so much for hanging out. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo. They're a very supportive, dynamic duo of creators that are always here with us with TuberChat, a previously featured channel, and they're always interactive with everybody. They are willing to swap playlists as well, so you can reach out to them for that purpose. And that Blue Moon, you know, it's been so long, actually, now that I'm talking about swapping playlists, that Blue Moon, if you want to swap with me, I'll have a look. It's probably time, but I don't know if we ever did. And if we did, probably, I can't remember now because it might have been that long. And I can do it on my personal channel if you'd like. So we'll talk about that if you want. Happy Lux is in the house. Lenise TV, thank you for coming in as well. We, Chase and Chris is willing to swap playlists. Epic Game Bro, thanks for coming in. And Happy Lux is another growth stream similar to what we do here at TuberChat. You're able to connect and meet new friends and family members for your channel, but as well, they have I think it's 13,000 subscribers now. But as well, they've always got a video game going in the background, music playing, and it's quite a party over there. So I hope everybody will connect. Thank you very much, that Blue Moon. Sorry, I thought we did, but that's okay. And then Kareen's Life is willing to swap as well. I'm going to get you to pardon me for 1 second. I'm going to leave you here with Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Thank you for your patience. I am almost back. Let's get the wheel spinning. Damian Altamirano, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Annihilator. So, Annihilator, thank you very much. I think we've seen you before at TuberChat, but here we don't do any self-promotion. So please avoid using come and check out my house. Everybody here is expecting to come and look at your house, but they'll be expecting you to go first. Here at TuberChat, we make the first move. That's the plan. So you'll find the most success doing that. You're free to connect with any creators you see in the chat. Just take your time, meet people one by one. And if you follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll be able to meet as many friends and family members as you'd like. But again, the object is just to go first. So here's Meshana. This is a very much loved and well-respected member of our community and a previously featured channel. She's willing to swap playlists as well as she does the featured channels collaboration, as you can see here with a couple of familiar faces. There's TWTTV. Thank you for coming back in. And then, pardon me again, just for one quick second. Okay. Thank you, everyone. So Angel Light Over Darkness, forgive me, I'm just removing that one message. We don't, here we don't ask anybody to come back to us. It's pretty innocent what you're doing. I know what you mean, but I have to be fair with everybody. So we're always insisting everybody make their first move. So we can't ask anybody to come back. We have to ask, we have to go to their channel, do the whole process, then come back and let them know that you've connected with them. And then they will connect with you back. Meshana. Check you out indeed. But I have a good time. I know it's been a little while since I've caught Meshana on a live stream, but I have a good time in her live stream. So I hope everybody will connect with her because she is a dynamic creator and you will have a good time if you're hanging out with her in a live stream. So sometimes, oh, that blue moon, hopefully your thing should still be working. I'm not going to ever take it off. Oh, I got to get this channel. I keep forgetting. I got to, sorry, I'm just addressing something on Instagram. So if anybody in the chat finds there's something I need to address with regards especially to creators not connecting properly, I'd love to give everybody the benefit of the doubt and hope that it's a misunderstanding. But if you can reach out to me on Instagram at all one word tuberchat, then I will be happy to address things like that as best I can. So, okay, it looks like everybody's having a good time. My pleasure, Meshana, always to have your channel up here. And then, well, I don't know if I missed anything there, Black Brand Friday, but let me spin the wheel and we'll get another channel up here. Carrie Beth, you're right. Meshana is fun. Here's LN Family. So I'm not sure if they're still here. Let me put the channel up anyway. And if they're not still here, I'll move on quickly. But if they're still here, we'll get a chance to look. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder always likes and shares on 2 accounts when coming into TuberChat. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Kid Wonder's been with TuberChat since the beginning. So I always appreciate everything they do for us. Joatology, good to see you. Welcome back. This is a channel that's been with TuberChat again and again, but it's great to see you in the chat, so thank you for coming back in. Ella and family here. Food and lifestyle, decor and beauty. So you got a handful of different stuff to check out when you connect with this channel. And they've got a lot of videos that you can connect with that are fairly short here. 1 minute, 4 seconds is perfect. It's a little short, but that's fine. Anything over a minute is what we're looking for, right? 4 minutes, 5 minutes is all good. Oh, here's another one. 342. Yeah, so you got lots of stuff to connect with. Hopefully everybody will connect with this channel if you haven't already. Ellen family. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Designs by CAD Pro. Did I never put you on the wheel? I didn't mean to. Oh my goodness. I didn't have you on the wheel for today. Yeah, if I ever forget that, please nudge me and let me know. Especially members are to be added to the chat as soon as I see you in the chat. But I hate forgetting. I hate the idea that I would forget. So I'll just ask everybody. Nudge me if you see me make a mistake. Ransom Yeah Boy, good to see you here. I think you've been here before, but you might have changed your name. But if I'm wrong about that, forgive me, and hopefully you feel welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. Oh, you are? Oh, another account. I see. Ransom Yeah Boy. Is that Ransom YT? I'm just curious. And then Annihilator, forgive me, we just deleted your message again, because here we don't do any self-promotion at all. So you can't ask to be put on the wheel, ask to be put on the screen. At TuberChat, it's a community of loyal and dedicated supporters, the kind of people who are really going to come back to your channel, watch your videos, give you likes, comments, and things like that. But they're going to be expecting the same from you. We all believe wholeheartedly that giving much more than we expect to receive from others is the key to success on YouTube, and we see it all the time, especially within this community. So forgive us for hiding your messages, but we just don't do any self-promotion because that's actually against YouTube's community guidelines. So you want to avoid that whenever you're out in growth streams, especially like this. And it looks like we're doing okay. Is Ella and family, are they still here though? They might have gone out because they were right here. They were here from the beginning. Yeah, they might have gone. But hopefully everybody will connect with this channel. I'm sure they'll come back to you, but we'll move on quickly. Here's that blue moon. This is a very generous creator that I like talking about when they are in the live stream and on the wheel here. So, oh, I always forget this. I got to get I'll get the link right now too. There's that blue moon right there. As they grow and get more and more subscribers, they're going to come up higher in the search results, but they've got a popular name. And then thank you, Blind Needle. So let me get this in the chat. For anybody that wants to connect with that blue moon, I've just put a link in the chat because it's going to make it easier for you to catch them right now. Coach Sherry's in the house. Thank you for coming back in. That blue moon is a generous creator. They put a lot of different content out for people to connect with them with, but as well, they do the feature channels collaboration. They're willing to swap playlists, and they have got a video now. The red line may not even be there anymore because it's been, here it is. So thank you to this channel because it's been that long, but they put this video up, and I find that the red lines disappear somewhere between 30 to 45 days after you've watched a video. But this particular video they made, thank you to this channel, and it's featured on our front page now because they made that video specifically for TuberChat. So if anybody in the chat has seen or made a shout out video for TuberChat, please make sure that I know so that I can put it on our front page. We have a shelf for shout out videos that contain many different creators, including TuberChat. And we have a separate shelf for videos like that Blue Moon made, which is specifically about TuberChat. Absolutely, Raven. Good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. So I'll spin one more time, and then I'll think about adding some more names to the wheel. Here's Designs by CAD Pro right now. PA's favorite artist. They actually do a spectacular job on their channel. If anybody hasn't already connected with Designs by CAD Pro, I hope that you will, because you will see some really creative stuff. You know, there's many of us who are creative in different ways, but not necessarily artistic. I'm always impressed when artists of all different types are putting their work out into the world, but that's what you'll find here. And then, of course, they do the feature channels collaboration, which we have them on ours as well. But they're on the road to 700, and hopefully we're pushing them a little bit farther that way today. And I did say I was going to think about adding some more names to the wheel, so let's get that happening right now. Meshana, we looked at. Caleb's Lawn Care still on the wheel. Carrie Beth. Alfie Channel TV. And we'll put Manly Gaming on there for now. And then I'll think about adding some more. And it looks like we got some action in the chat too. Coach Sherry, thank you so much for becoming a member. I'm going to put your channel up on the screen right away. And Vegan Realist, it's always good to see you. Thank you so much, because I know I hung out in a couple of your live streams, and since then, like, you've been back again and again, and I really do appreciate the time you're spending here at TuberChat. So I'm hoping I can catch you again on a live stream shortly. Honeyco, it's good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in as well. Oh, Unmasked Lifestyle is in a nine hours off from our time. But thank you very much. That's okay. As a matter of fact, now that you are a silver member, your channel is added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether you're here or not. And as well, because of that case, it's always going to be shown for a couple of minutes. You don't have to wait like we typically do. And then once again, thank you, Coach Sherry, for becoming a member right now. Let's get your channel onto the screen right away. So what this means now, because you become a member, is that I will put your name onto the wheel every time I see you in the chat, as soon as I see you. But right now, you just became a member, so we're putting that channel up right away. So hopefully everybody will connect with Coach Sherry. She's on the road to 600, but she's almost there. So within only a few more followers, or I don't mean to say that, you know what I mean, subscribers, she'll be able to cross that bridge and get over the 600 mark. Now, my guess is that already, unless you've already told me this, because of the purging and glitching and everything else that's going on with YouTube lately, you've probably already crossed 600 and dipped back below, or are struggling to hit the 600 mark. So hopefully everybody will connect. We're all doing it the right way. Of course, everybody's watching a full video, leaving a long comment, giving a thumbs up, and subscribing. And then that way we make sure that this connection is strong and solid. And hopefully, other than that, everybody's having a good time connecting, meeting new friends and family members. I just want to have another look. This is one of the reasons why I like featuring channels. I know everybody likes, like, you know, channels being on the screen and this and that. Oh, yeah, see? Yeah, Coach Sherry. It's unfortunate. It's still, we're not out of the woods yet, it looks like. Although TuberChat's numbers have gone up slightly, not the way they should, but slightly in the last week and a half. So when I put channels on the screen, it gives me a chance to get to know the channels and hopefully eventually the creators behind those channels over a little bit of time, so that every time you come back to TuberChat, I can feature you a little bit better. So Coach Sherry, she's got a lot of dynamic content here, and there's a lot to be learned. Starting your own business, work from home, business strategies, and I'll bet that all of this can be related to YouTube as well, since we're all YouTubers here. Justin Mello's still in the house. Thank you for hanging out. Lethal Shero, thank you for coming back in. Good to see you here. And Jeremy's Autistic Vlogs, good to see you in the house as well. So let's think about spinning the wheel again in another second here. After we get a couple of more channels up on the screen, I'll add some more channels to the wheel. There's Jaden Saw 28. Alfie Channel TV. Let's have a look at what you got going on for us today. First thing I'm going to do is get your bell on. Well over 2,000 subscribers. So chugging along just nicely. And you've obviously got a good handful of dynamic content here. YouTube outro, which is a good idea. Tutorials for YouTube as well, showing how to hide the likes and dislikes. It's unfortunate when people have to do it, but we can all understand that sometimes that becomes necessary. What I can tell you from the other channels that I'm involved with, some of you may not know, but I'm a professional channel manager. That's how I started on YouTube several years ago. And I have millions of views, thousands of subscribers, and all that good stuff on a few other channels. But we've had experiences where like trolling has been a big issue in this and that. We always find that what happens is if you become a victim of trolling and people are giving you like 10, 20, 30, 100 dislikes, if you hide the dislikes and likes for a little while, let's say a couple of weeks, it stops that, because when they can't count how many times they've disliked, it gives them no choice but to slow down. And then eventually, hopefully you just get out of their head and they move on. But it's an idea. So many already hugged here. When I visit them again, you have to reconnect them again. But Bright Creations, if that's the case, that's okay. But what I've been finding, when you see me every day, every time everybody's here at TuberChat, and you see me keep putting the same channels up on the screen over and over again, it's almost never that we find a channel that TuberChat is not connected to. The connection always sticks, right? We've only seen it like, I think once a month. One channel a month is not connecting. So what I think is truly happening, either the numbers are not correct in the YouTube studio, or they're removing older connections to replace the new ones. That's what I honestly believe. You'll have to do some experimenting with your own channel to make sure, but we've been looking at that as well. One of the things that can affect your connection and making sure that everybody stays subscribed to each other is making sure that the process is always fulfilled on both sides. You can't control what other people do, of course, but if we all are of the same mindset, making sure that not only are we connecting the right way, but going over and above, doing a little bit more. Make your comments 3 or 4 sentences instead of 1 or 2. Watch a 3, 4, 5-minute video instead of a 1 or 2-minute video. Always the thumbs up. We should always be doing that for each other. And then subscribing, you know, hopefully that helps make it stick. Anything you can do helps. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Bright Creations. Everybody is unfortunately seems to be experiencing the same troubles. But we've been experimenting. Kristin today was looking at her connections and checking out the people she's connected to in the last couple of days. And they're all still, the ones who have their subscriptions public, you can go in and see if you're still on their subscription list. And she is. And then as well, she's still subscribed to all the people she connected to. So I'm still convinced that ultimately my bet would be that they're removing older connections more so than new connections. And like I said, TuberChat's always still subscribed. And the fact that we see the same people coming back again and again. Some of you, like Bright Creations, has been with TuberChat for a while now. JccTube has, House of Entertainment Inc. Even Coach Sherry's been here for a while. Christian Nomad's been here a couple of weeks now. And you're starting to see what happens when we get new channels. Every day there's new channels that come into TuberChat, even though about 75% of the channels that we interact with have been here before. Some every day, some once a week, some once a month, this and that. And there's a lot of channels that come in, say one thing, and leave right away, and that's fine too. But when you see these new channels that you know we just connected with yesterday, the day before, and last week, when TuberChat puts them on the screen, you see that it's still subscribed. So that's a little bit of a hint right there as to what is also going on. Black Brand Friday. Did I miss something there? Oh, you might be talking to somebody else. That's okay. I don't mean to miss anything in the chat. If I do, if anybody does ask me something and I miss it, I don't mean to, but please just nudge me or ask me again. Christian Nomad's been doing a lot of experimenting, and I think it's actually Christian Nomad that put that thought into my head now that it's materialized. But the idea that YouTube might be removing older connections, because I talk about Christian Nomad all the time. He's going to be featured next Friday, by the way. But when I was in his first live stream that I caught, they were talking about this purging and glitching, and that's where the idea came up. And he was describing the experimenting that he's doing, for instance, going only to channels with public subscriptions, then going back the next day to make sure they're still subscribed to him. And they are, if I understood right. So we've seen this again and again. But we don't really have a choice anyway. We just have to keep going. Tanika Shanette, the plus-size doll, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome, and we will get you some new friends and family members right away. There's Mr. Johnny 25, another member, so let's get him onto the wheel right away. And that is our featured channel for tomorrow. As well, I was lucky enough to be featured on Mr. Johnny 25's channel personally. Last Monday, we did an interview right after TuberChat, and hopefully everybody will check that out, because unlike the way that I share a little bit of knowledge here on TuberChat when it comes up, we had a 2-hour interview where all we did was questions and answers, some from Mr. Johnny 25 and some from the audience in the chat. So you might find that particular episode quite engaging, and it's featured on our front page now. Metrosonic, good to see you. Always good to see Metrosonic in the house. And then Coach Sherry, morning YT tracker, had you at 0. They got you right away. So had to update the app. There was a glitch in the 2.6 version. That makes sense. Yeah, that can happen. That's interesting, though. But the other thing, too, so I happen to be a developer as well. I've got a few, quick, simple apps on the App Store and this and that. But I understand that the information that Google has in the back of YouTube Studio and the information that they give to these third-party companies that make the apps is not the same. They delay the information they give them. So usually you'll find it to be a couple of days behind. So if you ever look at TubeBuddy or YT Tracker or vidIQ or any of that stuff and wonder why the numbers aren't right, it's because it's usually a little bit behind. And hopefully everybody's having a good time meeting new friends and family members. Let's spin the wheel. Let's get another channel up here. I keep forgetting to clean up the wheel here. I'm not doing a good job of that today. We're going to look at Carrie Beth now. She's a dynamic creator, and I like featuring her channel because, as you will see, for those of you who haven't already seen it, she does a spectacular job with her presentation. So her videos are well done. Her editing is on point, but you can see what I'm talking about. Her branding, there's a lot to be learned from Carrie because she's got an instinct for this stuff. As you can see right from the beginning, a couple of years ago, when you see a video, it doesn't matter if it's 2 years old or from today, you know it's Carrie. So hopefully everybody will connect with this channel if you haven't already as well. She's willing to swap playlists, even though she's monetized, as are a lot of other channels here. Family Travel and Excursions, thank you so much. Bright Creations, you almost got a little bit of a song out of me there. And then Metrosonic has some inspiring words for everybody. McCoy Fam Channel, good to see you in the house again. Thank you very much. I'm sure one of these days I'll slip and sing a little bit too much, but that's not anybody's. That's not going to be to anybody's benefit. I'll tell you a story right now. So a long time ago, I was a DJ and I worked on a cruise ship for one summer in New York on Celebrity Cruise Lines who are going to Bermuda every week. Not that that matters. But anyway, while I was there, I had some other duties as well as being a DJ every night. So during the day, we'd have to do other things. And one of those things occasionally was hosting karaoke. And I hated hosting it. I did not like it at all. And if for those of you who do like karaoke and enjoy it and go and visit, you'll find often the hosts are saying to you, like, you're going to have to get up here and sing, because if you don't, you're going to have to listen to me sing all night. And I had to tell everybody, please don't make me do it, because you really don't want to hear that. And it was fun anyway. And then, yeah, thank you, Bright Creations. Thank you very much. Thank you, Michael's Adventures, for the kind words. And then Metrosonic as well. Metrosonic's been on YouTube for 14 years, just celebrated a 14-year anniversary in the last couple of months, just over a month ago. And we're looking forward to celebrating their 15th anniversary next summer. Here's Caleb's Lawn Care. Now, Caleb's Lawn Care was here in the beginning of the stream, and I'll have to look to see if they're still here, but it's been quite a while. Honey Co. Yeah, no, I only work with Jeff on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So he's on his own for today. And that Blue Moon, hopefully you're meeting all your friends and family members. I used to be a DJ, Metrosonic. I used to. I left about 5 years ago. I was doing way too much computer work and stuff like that, but I had my fill. I was very lucky. I worked at all the popular radio stations in Toronto, and I DJ'd all over the northeastern United States for a couple of years, and that was great. And I had, I was probably a DJ for about 20, 25 years in total. So it was quite a while, but it was fun stuff. So let's Caleb's Lawn Care. Yeah, I think they're gone actually, because like I said, they were here at the beginning of the live. Oh, they might still be here actually. When I look, it says that they might still be here. Maybe they're still here, but just not active in the chat or out visiting a channel. Oh yeah, still working. They might be connecting with Coach Sherry right now or somebody else, which is great. Yeah, Honeyco, I'll probably be back with. I'll be back with Jeff on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then whenever he does, that's Jeff Lepard is a friend of mine, but also a client. Like I run his channels for him, and when they're doing really well. His biggest channel has almost 10,000 subscribers now. But when I'm working with him, he runs a construction company. So on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I go with him, and then sometimes we do live streams. Sometimes we live stream while we film videos, which is kind of cool as well. But Honeyco is always over there seeing what we're doing over there as well. Metrosonic's working on some, keeping track of sports like skateboarding and martial arts too. Huh, that's interesting. So there's Caleb's Lawn Care. Hopefully everybody will connect with this channel. If you haven't already, you can see that they have also got their subscriptions public and right on their front page, which is great because you see some of our channels right here, including Chase and Chris, House of X, excuse me, which is our featured channel for today, JccTube and Lava House Gaming. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here and see what's going on. And thank you very much, PA, for reminding everybody to thumbs up. It really does help, so I appreciate it. And then 85th Dimension, hopefully you're meeting some new friends and family members. Here's Kira Welton. This is my BFF forever. You saw her make a cameo appearance earlier on the stream. This is Kristin Welton's daughter, and we all live together in Niagara Falls, Canada. But Kira's always here as a moderator in the chat. But she has her own channel doing her own thing. She's got a lot of dynamic content, a bit of variety there. And most recently, her and her mother put together a couple of videos here where they went to a store called The Book Outlet. They both love to read hardcover books. I'm more of an audio book guy myself, but they went through some of their choices in their the books that they're reading lately. So you can check those out. My pleasure, Caleb's Lawn Care. And then Black Brand Friday is it true? Oh, Honeycode did an hour live stream today. Honeycode does a lot of live streaming as well. Black Brand Friday, sorry, is it true? Let me go back and see if I missed something. Was that forgive me, I missed something. You're asking, is it true? Is there something that I said that I didn't follow up with? I should be adding some names to the wheel too. So let me spin. We'll get another channel up and then I'll add some names. Here's Mr. Johnny 25. I didn't have it marked as a member, but Mr. Johnny 25 is a member, as everybody can see in the chat. So, for instance, this is our featured channel for tomorrow. So when TuberChat is on tomorrow, we're going to be talking about Mr. Johnny 25 at the beginning of the stream, as we always do with our featured channel. And then as well, you'll see tomorrow he's got Kevin King will be his guest. And this episode will be right before TuberChat. So I'll be hopping in there right before TuberChat starts. And then as well, here is the video that I was talking about earlier from last week, where I was interviewed by Mr. Johnny 25 on his channel. And we did a 2-hour talk about all things YouTube, a lot of questions and answers. So everybody can check that out on Mr. Johnny 25's channel or on our front page as well. I don't mean to miss anything in the chat, so if there's anything that anybody wants to address to me purposely, if I've missed it, please just ask again, give me a nudge, or you can reach out to me on Instagram at tuberchat, and I will try to be attentive of that as well. Precious, this might be a little bit tough to pronounce. Precious Chukwakir? Chukwakare. I wonder, forgive me, I know there's no way I'm pronouncing that right, and I apologize. I can't even guess how to pronounce this properly. Precious Chukwakir. Hopefully that's close, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. And hopefully everybody's connecting with that blue moon if you haven't already. And then that blue moon, just please remember, always don't be shy. Reach out to other people as well. I want to see you grow. It's gonna make me extremely happy to know that you are crossing the 1,000 mark sooner than later. Let me add some names here to the wheel. Did we see JccTube? Yes, we did. Grinch 1984 parodies. Let's get you on the wheel. Justin Mello. Manly Gaming is already there. Bright Creations. Is Family Travel and Excursion still here? Maybe not, right? I don't think I've seen them in a while. Okay, let's spin, and we'll see what's happening here first. Finding Happiness in All You Do is in the house. Thank you for coming back in. That's a channel I recently swapped playlists with. So if anybody wants to reach out to them, you can. Pardon me just for 1 second. Pine Mouse is in the house as well. Good to see you back. Unmasked Lifestyles coming up right now. This is another silver member, which means that their channel is added to the wheel at the beginning of every live stream, whether they're here or not. But they were here a little while ago. I know they had to step out, but we'll have a look at this channel for a little while, just because for a moment or two, just because you know, their presentation is great as well. You know, I feature channels because I know everybody likes it. It gives me a chance to get to know the channels and get to know the creators a little bit. So every time I feature you on the screen, I get to know your channel a little bit more and more, right? And then, but this, these thumbnails are just out of control, right? I like showing this channel off. Thank you, Honeyco. 80 thumbs up. If anybody hasn't already, of course, the thumbs up really does help the stream. And if you have the ability to share, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or any of that other stuff, then I'll appreciate it. Yeah, Michael's Adventures. Oh, numbers dropped again. Yeah, it keeps happening. But what we've been noticing is that it seems that what's happening is YouTube is taking away older connections to replace the new ones, because as we see, when I keep putting channels on the screen, tuberchat is always subscribed, right? We have had almost no instances where a channel's come up and tuberchat hasn't been subscribed. Pardon me just for 1 quick second. Oh, I didn't. So, okay, forgive me. I didn't realize what was going on. No, I wasn't. I didn't notice that. I thought you meant that the numbers of your subscribers dropped again. Oh, Honeyco, yeah, mentioned 80 thumbs up. But it's not in this chat because everybody's so respectful. I'm not too worried about the numbers. I know we are supposed to be spelling them, but because it happens so rarely, it's okay. And then I'll just try to remind everybody. So for everybody, especially who's newer to tuberchat, whenever you're using a number like to describe how many thumbs up there are or what goal you're close to and things like that, we always have to spell the words to represent the number. So in the case of 80 thumbs up, we want to use the word 80. Or if we're talking about being on the road to 900, like Unmasked Lifestyle, we use the words 900. Always in growth streams like this. How much it matters, I'll never actually know the truth, but we haven't had a problem yet, but we still just follow that behavior anyway because it seems to be the norm for growth streams like this. But thank you, everybody, for remembering that. So let's spin. Let's get another channel up, and then I'll think about adding some more. Here's Justin Mello. This is another channel that's been with us, I think, since the beginning of the stream today. But this is a channel that's very much loved and well respected in our community. I run into them often in other live streams. Let's get your bell on first of all and see what else you've got going on for us here. Lots of different stuff. Actually, you don't want to see me sing. You want to see Justin Mello sing. That's a better idea. So Tanika Shanette is on the road to 1,000. And then, see, what happens is I made a mistake. I didn't realize what Michael's Adventures was talking about earlier. I thought he was just mentioning subscribers dropping. But we talk about that all the time. But YouTube has been glitching or purging or whatever we want to call it for the last few weeks. It's kind of driving everybody nuts, right? Bananas, if you want to call it that. But what we're noticing is that the numbers that you're losing every day are not the same people that you're connecting with for the most part. Maybe not for everybody, but mostly it seems for those of us who are really trying to experiment and get our head around this thing, it seems that what YouTube is doing is dropping older connections to replace your new connections. So they might be getting rid of inactive accounts, people who've like quit YouTube or haven't posted in 6 months and stuff like that. By the time you're subscribed, like TuberChat must be subscribed to 2,000 channels by now or something like that. And I bet me personally, I am as well. Well over 1,000 either way. So it's not unreasonable to think that a fraction of a percent of those channels would be deleted by YouTube as a subscription because they're either never coming to me and watching my videos or commenting or liking or anything. And I'm also not going to them because maybe they're not putting anything out for the last 6 months or 3 months or whatever you want to call it. It's a possibility. All of this, unfortunately, is all up in the air. It's all just opinion. Oh. So one other thing that I should mention as well is with on top of the fact that we're losing subscribers, we're losing hours, we're losing likes, we're losing views, like people are losing all kinds of stuff. As well, there are sometimes delays. So what happens is you might connect with a channel here in TuberChat right now, and somebody might say to you, oh, I've connected with you, or I've left you a gift or a package or visited your house or baked or danced or whatever we're going to say, right? And the problem is when you go and look, you can't find a comment from them right away, because essentially leaving a full package means I've been to your channel, watched a video, left you a decent comment that shouldn't be held for review or spam, thumbs up, and then subscribed. But sometimes there's a delay, and it could be many, many minutes, as a matter of fact. And unfortunately, we've had a couple of creators that have had to question each other in the last couple of weeks. So I forget about that all the time, but that's something that plays a part in this. So if you find somebody who says they've connected and you're not sure that they have, or you think that they may have not, please give them the benefit of the doubt. Have a little bit of patience. If you want to, let me know out on Instagram at all one word TuberChat, and I'll try to catch that as well. Sometimes we have newer people and we want to guide them and let them know if they're not familiar with growth streams and the things we're doing, we have to show how to connect properly. But most often it's just a delay. So it's just a thought. You want to keep that in mind. So let's spin and we'll get another channel up here. Declan Fans 2020 is back in the house. Oh, I didn't know that TikTok was having problems too. Metrosonic saying TikTok's having some glitching and stuff like that also. Bright Creations is coming up now. This is a channel that's back with TuberChat again and again. So Pine Mouse, it just takes a little while for channels to be added to the wheel, usually half hour or 45 minutes, but I have a robot that keeps track so that it can be fair with everybody. So those who are most interactive in the chat, meeting new friends and family members, growing their channel and everything else, get put up in order. It's not just about how long you're here. You also have to be active in the chat, meeting people, right? The robot takes care of that, keeping track of it. And then, oh, that makes sense, Metrosonic. Yeah, there's a possibility that accounts will be deleted after 90 days. I just want to remind everybody again, please remember to use, when you use numbers, please spell them out. Spell the words. So 90 days, for instance, it really helps. There's a lot of talk about numbers being spam in chats like this, and I'm not too worried about it because, as most of you know who've been here before, everybody in TuberChat seems to be extremely respectful. I'm very lucky that way, and it makes the job easy on the moderators, and we never have problems with emojis or numbers and things like that. But it's because, for the most part, everybody remembers most of the time not to use numbers. Even I forget. I've been caught, you know, using numbers when I shouldn't have, had to retract, or got hammered by, you know, hosts and moderators and other chats and stuff like that. Hopefully here we can, you know, things are going so well, we can just let a few slip, but hopefully everybody remembers. So Bright Creations is willing to swap playlists as well with people. Oh, Dramati, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I think this is your first time here, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house, and everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions at the bottom of the screen, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members in no time. The other thing, too, is Bright Creations is willing to swap playlists. You could see that we recently swapped playlists, right? Because the red lines are still there. Finding happiness in all you do is still having a good time. Pine Mouse, how can I tell them don't skip the ads when visiting? So typically, like, so we don't have to hammer each other for every rule. You know, hopefully everybody here understands. We all want to be monetized. We all wish that everybody will watch our ads when we are monetized. So I think it goes without saying that most people are going to watch ads. In the case of TuberChat, I know some people are going in and out of the chat constantly because they're connecting with other channels. When you come back, yes, I hope you'll watch the ads if they're of a reasonable length. But if they get to be too long, then I'd rather you just be in here growing your channel. It's more important to me. But I will appreciate, you know, the 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute ads or whatever you can stand to let those run. We always want to keep that in mind for each other. So the idea here at TuberChat, of course, it's a community of loyal and dedicated supporters, but we all wholeheartedly believe that giving much more than we expect to receive is the key to success on YouTube. And helping each other when it comes time for monetization is a part of that as well. Yeah, lots of, so I'm trying, Metrosonic, to encourage everybody to make their subscriptions public, and it might help to have the number of subscribers public as well. So what I found is that if you're not in growth streams like this, meeting new friends and family members for your channel, then hiding the numbers may do a little bit better for gaining. But here, because everybody's so interested in making sure everybody's genuine, everybody's legit, people aren't hiding anything, the more information you make public, the faster your channel is going to grow and the more attention you're going to get here. So it's a thought. I always encourage everybody to leave your subscription numbers public, and then as well to leave your subscriptions themselves public. But again, I don't want to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do. I'm just here to encourage you and make recommendations, but you have to ultimately make the right decision for your own channel. There are some things that are true for everyone, but there are many more things that are, you know, have to be looked at on an individual basis. Norman B., good to see you here. My pleasure, Pine Mouse. As long as you're here for a while, you're going to get on the wheel anyway. Black Brand Friday. Here we go. Oh, Happy Luck's back in the house. Oh, never ever put your channel on private. So there you go. Happy Lux feels even more strongly than I do about it. But of course, I recommend to everybody always have everything public. Your subscriptions public and how many subscribers you have public. I know for a fact with every channel that I have had involved in these growth streams, like what tuberchat is, it helps. You grow faster. More people are willing to connect with you when your information is public. Oh, thank you very much, Happy Lux. You're letting it run the whole time. Thank you for that. Of course, Metrosonic, of course. It's always a pleasure to have you in the chat. It always helps to have people with some, some history and some knowledge. I think Happy Luck's been on YouTube for 10 years as well. Even longer. Declan Fans 2020. I can't say that I've seen your newest song just yet, but when I have a chance to look at your channel, I will for sure. And then how do you make subscriptions public? Tanika Shanette, I'll tell you what, we've already been on for almost 2 hours. I don't know if you have enough time to hang out for another 20 minutes, but if you do, I will go and find those things again. I'm just making a note for myself. And I will, I'll do a tutorial at the end of the live stream, so we'll make sure we know how to do that. $13 years. Oh, Happy Luck's. See, I keep forgetting. Happy Luck's been on even longer than I thought. Oh, for 13 years already. I can't even remember how long ago it was I met Happy Luck's. Probably 8 or 9 months ago. December or January of this year. Settings and then privacy. Thank you, Finding Happiness in All You Do. I will. If anybody can use that right now. So Finding Happiness in All You Do is letting you know where you can find one of those settings right now. But I will go through the tutorial when we're done with the wheel. Oh, the Lockhart perspective. Thank you very much. I'm glad you found me too. We must have just connected, and I can't remember what live stream that would have been, if that's what you mean, and forgive me if I'm wrong. Were we in, see, I try to hit as many live streams as I can, right? And just like everybody else, sometimes I can't be on a computer, I can't be doing it. But on the days that I am, I try to hit like between 10 and 20 live streams. So I always stay for at least 15 minutes, right? And most of you have seen this, right? If you live stream, you see that I come into your live stream, I hang out, and then I usually apologize for a quick exit. But I always stay. I actually keep not a timer. I watch the clock to make sure the time between my first message and last message are at a minimum 16 minutes so that I know you got your 15. Oh, why can't I remember? Past Life Explorer, was it that? 10 and 20. Well, sometimes 20, Coach Sherry. If I can be on a computer all day and night, then I am. So like even on the half of my full-time job is working on YouTube channels for other people, right? So I'm a professional channel manager, if you want to call it that, right? And then I have a real job as well. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I do construction work, and the construction company is just a guy in a truck. It's just me and him, but he's been doing construction a long time. That's how we started on YouTube. I started filming his videos, and then it expanded from there, right? But on the other days, when possible, I'm hitting as many live streams as I can. So I don't know, maybe 20 is an exaggeration. I don't think so, though. but I go as many as I can because I'm up first thing in the morning. I'm usually on Let's Talk About It with Anita or Wanston first thing in the morning. And then I start jumping around. And the reason why is because I want to support as many creators as possible, right? I'm fortunate that I'd have to count now, but as of episode, I forget it was 50 or something like that. I keep the stats on how many channels have come through TuberChat. The last time I looked, there was 700 or 800 channels that have come through TuberChat in total. Episode number 100 is coming up at the end of this month. And my bet is that by then it will be well over 1,000 different channels have come through TuberChat. That's why TuberChat subscribed to like probably 2,000 subscribers. But I'm like, you might call it addicted and this and that, but I've been on the internet since 1990 something, right? Early. And I've been a social media manager since social media started. So like before Facebook with MySpace particularly and Friendster and stuff like that all the way along. But as well, I was developing websites since like Windows 95, right? And so I've always been a computer guy. Like my happy place is having 3 screens beside me. If you guys can imagine right now, I've got 2 screens. I'm lucky enough to have 2 screens right now. And, I move these windows around and this and that. But I love this stuff, right? And I just happen to have been lucky that most of the work that I do happens to be digital based, let's just say over all this time. But I'm on it as much as I can because it's easy for me to keep a little tiny window like this. And usually this is the way I work every day. So forgive all my self-indulgence here, but just for the sake, I love telling stories, right? So I might keep, typically when I work all day, I might keep a window open like this, and I'm doing some work in the big window, but then I've got a live stream going on the side all the time. So that's just an idea of how that's possible. I know it sounds extreme, but it is. But when you see me in your live streams, you'll know. You see me do the same things over and over again. So Coach Sherry, yeah, we all have to make our own decisions, right? And sometimes I'm in live streams for a longer period of time. Like everybody here is probably familiar with Foodie Squad and April WID and Brown Girl Bella and Angel's Army and their crew, right? So when I go in Foodie Squad, sometimes I just hang out for a while because she's fun. She plays music. We talk. We've got our own thing and this and that, right? There's a lot. Vern's Junk Closet, I'll be in for longer periods of time because she has engaging content, but we're friends outside as well. We talk on Instagram and this and that, but we have a lot in common and things like that. And there's many other creators. I've got a lot of people that I talk to offline too, right? Like on Instagram or Facebook and things like that, phone calls. And I've even been lucky enough to meet up with a couple of creators like my BS Life and Mr. Joshi. Both came down to Niagara Falls separately. And, we did a few things there. Yeah, see, Coach Sherry's on it the same way. Mr. and Mrs. Anabalo, one of these days, Kristin and I are hoping to meet up with because they're within our area within a couple of hours. Rodney and Janelle had MySpace too. Thank you, Honeyco. My pleasure. Let's talk about it with Anita. Hopefully you had fun here. So let me spin. Let me spin one more time here. How many devices do I use? So Rodney and Janelle, I'm very lucky because I have most of my stuff is older. Most of my stuff is quite old. Even the main computer I use, I'm lucky to have an iMac, but it is actually a 2011. I think it's a 2011 iMac. So I'm going to be replacing that any minute. So Grinch 1984 Parodies is a dynamic creator as well and is always with us here in TuberChat. So hopefully everybody will connect with them on the road to 400. Hopefully we're pushing them a little bit farther today. But I have also, so I use an original iPhone SE. It's from like 4 or 5 years ago. And I happen to have another one because I bought this off somebody on Facebook for $100 or something like that a year ago or something like that. And lucky enough to have a tablet. Kristin has her phone and she's got a computer. And I actually bought another laptop, not an expensive one. I got a great deal on a Windows computer that I use specifically for running playlists. So I can run 6 at a time. And I have many legitimate accounts. As you can see, this is only some, not all mine. But when I hit here, like switch account, these are the ones I'm logged into on this browser right now. They're all legitimate accounts, including my own. But that allows me to do quite a bit, right? A BBS before the internet was popular. You and me both, Christian Nomad. So that's a bulletin board system. Yes. But I love this stuff. Always have. Oh, is Washington County News Station, Utah in the house? Sorry, a few people have probably slipped by me because I got so much into talking. But yes, Washington County News Station, Utah. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, Coach Sherry, I know not everybody can. Life is easier when you can use 2 screens. Even in the year 2000, I remember specifically because in September 11th, right, 2001, most people are going to remember where they were. And I remember specifically where I was. I was in my office early in the morning when I heard what was going on. At that time, from the year 2000, I had an office with a year for a couple of other people who were doing graphic design work. And on my desk back then, I had 3 computers. And people used to walk in and say, "What on earth are you doing?" And they're not all great computers. One would be my main machine, and I'd have a couple of olders because I like to never throw anything like that away, right? I like to squeeze as much use out of everything as I can when it comes to digital products. This stuff is expensive, right? And I have 3 computers, and people would come in and say, "What on earth? There's no way you're doing this." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, I've got one computer's doing its own thing. It's rendering something. I used to do a lot of audio work. Another computer I'm actually working on, and another one's doing something else, or I'm listening to something or whatever." And I relate it to this. Say, not everybody's as much of a geek and a nerd as I am and loves being surrounded by computers. But if you can imagine a teenager, for instance, reading a magazine, listening to the radio, watching TV, at the same time, and maybe even being on the telephone, that's not uncommon, right? But now I'm just talking nonsense. So let's spin the wheel and we'll get into another channel. Oh, there you go. Okay, Coach Jerry has a laptop going on as well. Yeah, where possible, it's wonderful to use. We all have to use what we use. I'm very thankful and lucky for the things that I do have available to be used right now. But like I said, I squeeze every amount of use out of something if I can. So the computer that I'm using, I'm not kidding, I think it's a 2011 iMac, and the earlier one that I had from that was like a 2008, and I promise you it's still here. I'm expecting actually to use that for something shortly because it could still be used for web browsing. Now my 2011, I have punched this thing up, so it's got like 32 gigs of RAM in it, which I did recently. But what you can't see, the fans are running at full speed, so you can't hear it, but there's actually like noise going on from this computer while I'm live streaming because I'm using every ounce of power that it's got. There you go. See, MSK family vlogs. Yeah. See, I don't have any other vices. Not that it matters. I don't really drink. I don't smoke. I don't gamble. I don't do any of that stuff, right? But I do love technology. Love, love, love it. And I don't spend a lot of money, right? I always look for value in everything that I get. And I try to find a good deal where possible. I try to buy something that's good so that it can last a long, long time. I still have a Samsung Galaxy Tab 3, if you can imagine what that even is. That was my first tablet, and I probably bought that 4 or 5 years ago, but it was $400, right? That is a handful of money. That's a lot of money to a lot of people, including myself. So it's hard for me to let that stuff go because, again, I want to squeeze as much value out of it as I can. So let's, what was I doing? Here's Manly Gaming. Forgive me, I never actually pronounced the whole name here anymore. But this is a dynamic channel that's, I enjoy a lot of Grand Theft Auto. So they got a lot of stuff specifically for me, but they got a lot of other popular stuff, Ratchet and Clank, Borderlands, and Burnout, lots of other stuff here that I'm familiar with. On the road to 400, hopefully we're pushing them a little bit farther. Right now, meeting new friends and family members in the chat. And hopefully everybody's having a good time connecting. So let's just see if there's one channel in particular. I just want to see if they're still here. Tanika, she might be gone. I was talking earlier about doing just showing, see if I could find the settings. Finding happiness and all you do is helping with that as well. But where we can make our subscriber numbers public and make our subscriptions public because it makes it easier to connect with everybody. But I won't bother spending time on that if nobody needs to see it. But if anybody's still interested in it, then I can do it. So here's Shay's Journey. This happens to be another member. Oh, Declan Fans 2020. I forgot we did put your channel up. JD Knight 7, thanks for coming in. I think people like to hide their numbers, and my guess would be that the reason why is because there's some people who won't subscribe to a channel if it's only got a few hundred subscribers or a few thousand subscribers. That's a guess. I'm not even sure about that. That's the only reason I could think of. But I know for a fact from having several channels that I take care of, if we're in growth streams, especially like this, like Happy Lux, like Melda and Amra and things like that, if your subscribers are hidden, you get less people connecting with you than if they're public. Because here people are really looking for honesty, right? We all want to make sure that people are going to, first of all, subscribe to us, but secondly, stay subscribed and hopefully come back and watch videos and give likes and stuff like that over the long term, as hopefully we all expect to do for them. So I think that that plays a psychological part in it. But that's my guess. And then keeping subscriptions public, which is when you go onto your channels and you see what channels you're subscribed to. I could imagine some people may not want to have that public. Like privacy is such a big thing that's brought up all the time. It is a very serious subject, so people have to make their own decisions. I understand people not being comfortable with the idea that everybody can see everything you do online. But I want to be the most easily found person online because my livelihood depends on it. So for me, I look at privacy differently than everybody else. And I'm easy to find everywhere. And most of what I do, there's a paper trail. When I tell the stories that I tell here, it's all verifiable because it's all been logged online since 1990 something, right? So I don't find a lot of benefit in putting any of that stuff private, especially on YouTube. But I could understand if somebody doesn't want to know, you know, they don't want everybody knowing every channel that they subscribe to and stuff like that. Twitter's bad for that too. You could see everybody that that somebody likes on Twitter, and Twitter specifically will send you a message that has nothing to do with you, that just says like, oh, your friend Coach Sherry liked this photo. You might like it too. And then all of a sudden you're like, well, okay, well, fine that you liked it, but it's not really as relevant as you might see. So I get how people might not want everything to be public that way. I'm not as concerned as most people, but that's because I'm online all the time. But again, we all have to make the right decisions for our own channels, right? I wouldn't hold it against anybody to look at anything in a certain way. You have to live somebody's entire life to know what they've been through, right? There's Declan Fans 2020. Now, we looked at this channel for a quick moment earlier because I wanted to put them in the approved users list, I think, right? Their messages are getting held or something like that. So let's just have a look. Declan Concert Live. But what is this what you're talking about? You put a video up yesterday. Declan Fans 2020. This must be the video that you were talking about. Let's make sure we get a couple more names going here. Genie Knight 7 has been with TuberChat since the beginning. Johnny Bites. Let's have a look at what you got going on. Let's talk about it with Anita. We didn't look at your channel yet today. She live streams, I think, every single day, every morning. Pine Mouse, let's have a look. Oh, Tanika Shanette, you are still here. I thought you weren't here. I looked in my, when you look in your participant list, right, on the chat, you can see who's still here, and I thought you were gone. And then TWTTV. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat now. Spin, we'll get another channel up. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't watch videos while I live stream typically anyway, but thanks for the heads up, Declan Fans 2020. Here's TWTTV. I'll have to check that out later. Food, travel, culture, and music. And you've been posting frequently as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with this channel if you haven't already. They've been back with TuberChat again and again since finding us a short while ago. Pie Mouse is here. I just put you on the wheel as well. And Tanika Shanette. Let's just make sure. And I'll do that tutorial that I was talking about if you'd like. I don't even remember where the stuff is. We'll find it together. Food Fight Showdown, good to see you in the house. Oh, Christian Nomad just put a video out too. Still get notifications while you live stream. Oh, there you go. Yes, I figured that, Tanika Shanette. Yeah, you might have been visiting, so that's okay. So I've got your channel up. So what we'll do is when I'll spin the wheel, hopefully you got a few more minutes. I know I said I'd do it shortly. And then when your name comes up, which is right now, we'll go in and find those settings as well as look at your channel. So here's Tanika Shanette, the plus-size doll. Have I might have not put you on the wheel yesterday. Oh, maybe I did. Did I connected with you? I don't think we looked at your channel on here, but I think I just connected with you, or you and I were already connected outside, maybe. I'm just having a look through your stuff here. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen, I keep saying, is because then I get to know your channel a little bit better. And every time you come to TuberChat, I can feature you a little bit better and better every time. So you got a lot of dynamic content here. Christian Nomad posts every day at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is right now for me. So you got lots and lots of stuff here. Wow. My goodness. And you've been on to YouTube for a while. Just having a look here myself at your channel because it's the first time, right? First time having a look. Where did we connect then? Do I have a video that we've connected with? Just thinking about a video. I just want to take something. Okay, I'll just take this, add it into my watch later list so you can get at least a few things. Declan Fans 2020, thank you very much. Working on a Halloween song. That's great. I put that video on my watch later list. So after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video. Let's spin. We'll get another. Oh, I said I was going to do a thing. Here, I know what I'll do. I'll knock the wheel out and put it back. And then I didn't ruin anybody's turn. Let's go into the settings that we're looking for. So one of them might have been here, settings and privacy. Keep all my subscriptions private. So this is the one that stops everybody from seeing what they can see on your channel's page. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing what you do with Shorts, Coach Sherry. I'm thinking about using it myself. I haven't even started making videos for TuberChat yet, but I intend to. I want it, to make clear, concise tutorials that are the things we talk about in TuberChat without going through all of the long speeches that I go through in between everything. But then as well, Shorts gives a great opportunity for that. Shorts is this new thing that YouTube is going after the TikTok crowd and saying if you make a vertical video that's 60 seconds or less, then hashtag it either in the title or description with the word shorts, hashtag shorts, then it shows up. They might even be making an app specifically for that, but that's just a guess. I'm guessing that. That's not based on any real news. And then as well, you have the possibility of being featured because they're pushing that so hard right now. Whenever you find out that YouTube is pushing something, then you want to try to get involved in it if you can. So you got to try to find a way. But that's a possibility. So your video has to be vertical. It must be 60 seconds or less. I think it says less than 60 seconds. So I don't know if it's 60 seconds or 59 or less. You have to look that up. But it's something for everybody to try. So you can see now that on our subscriptions list in our channels page, you can see we've got it public. And if I just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, you're going to see a lot of channels that but you're also going to see tons and tons more because TuberChat is probably subscribed to 2,000 channels by now, I'm sure. The list just keeps going and going and going and going. But one of the things that this helps, I don't expect everybody here to be subscribed to 1,000 channels, but what helps is when somebody tells you that they have subscribed to your channel, you can go to, here, I'm making a mistake again because I want to show you the other setting. When somebody says that they've connected with you, you can go to their channel, look in their subscriptions, find yourself there, and know that they're telling the truth. That's the benefit of that as well. 60 or less, Coach Sherry says. It makes sense that it would be 60 seconds. They wouldn't cut it off at 59. But thank you for that. Yeah, that's a smart way of putting it, Coach Sherry, is to make the short videos that you make could be either an intro or an overview of something else you're going to do. So if you're just putting out a video or a series of videos, you might make a short video to let everybody know what you've done. To say like, I'm going out I live in Niagara Falls. I'll say I'm going into Niagara Falls and I'm going to do some of the tourist activities. Be sure to check me out tomorrow at this time, this channel, and watch that full video. I'm going to get you let me put a channel up on the screen. Sorry, Tanika, I'm going to get back to the tutorial in a second. I'm just going to put a channel up. I got to step away for a quick moment. Here's Pine Mouse, and I'll be right back. Okay, pardon me for that. Almost back in action here. Hopefully everybody's connected with Pine Mouse if you haven't already. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. Okay, thank you, Johnny Bites. Oh, the Lockhart perspective. $870 plus. So you're on the road to 900. Okay. Oh, Vegan Realist. Forgive me, I didn't put you on the wheel yet. I'm going to start rifling through channels, but we're going to look at that other tutorial for how to hide your subscription numbers or make them public if you need quickly to find that. Oh, the Lockhart perspective. I hope you're... Are you still here? Okay, we'll see when it's time to put your channel up, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Let me get back to this window, and we just go on settings. There might be an easier way to do this, but I believe if we go on settings, channel, and let's look at advanced settings, display the number of people subscribed to my channel. So you can turn that on or off. So that's how we do that. So hopefully those little quick things were helpful for everybody. Oh, Pine Mouse? Okay, it is. Here's Vegan Realist. And like I was saying, I have a good time hanging out in Vegan Realist live streams. And one of the reasons why I noticed something the other day in one particular one where the talk got into politics a little bit, right? We have an election coming up. I shouldn't say that. We don't. Those of you in the United States do. I'm in Canada. Feels like it's our election too, but it's not exactly, right? The Urban Cook, good to see you here. So Vegan Realist, one of the things, though, is that Vegan Realist keeps his composure the whole time and doesn't get swayed or heated by the discussions that happen. Doesn't get too out of control in his channel anyway. You know, people are just voicing opinions, stuff like that. But I liked it because it is a very... The last conversation that I remember so well was a very civil conversation, and I really appreciated it because it's hard to have that these days, I find, when we get conversations that are politically charged. Thank you very much, Tanika Shanette. It's my pleasure. I'm glad we had a chance to look at your channel. I look forward to hopefully featuring you more and more and getting to know your channel even better. Let's have a look at Vegan Realist a little bit better before I move on to Lockhart perspective. So lots and lots of live streaming, but you can see there's always panels on Stream. I'm assuming StreamYard, right? Where there's engaging conversation. So you'll have a good time. Lots and lots of live streaming. So this channel is just doing fantastic. Almost 6,000 subscribers. The Lockhart perspective. Let's get your channel up here. Justin Mello's here. Did we look at your channel? Yes, we did. I forgot. The Lockhart perspective is a new connection for tuberchat. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But what I'm going to do right now is, oh, FLN family. Wow, you're still here. Did we? I forget if we put your channel up on the screen or not, or I might have skipped your turn because I thought you were gone. But I'll put it up for another second anyway. I'm looking for a video that's around 10 minutes. What I will do is take one of your videos, one of your latest videos. I like to give everybody at least 10 minutes of watch time or close to it, right? So I'll take this 12-minute one. Save to my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, and I will give it a thumbs up, of course, and I will subscribe, and in that way I'll make sure that the subscription sticks. And then hopefully you're subscribed to TuberChat as well, and you have the notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So here's LN family. Oh, we did. Yes, we did look at your channel. So forgive me. I'm going to move on quickly. Let's have a look at what else you got going on here. I remember we did look at that for a quick moment. Let's talk about it with Anita. She's a very much loved and well-respected member of our community as well. She live streams, I think, every morning. I try to catch her often, as well as, she's very tight with Yo, it's your boy Leo, it's me, Wanston, yes, honey. Walk with me, Tiffany, Lady C, Queen Foodie. These are all channels we've seen come through tuberchat as well. So let me just see. So you'll see I catch her live streams not as often as I thought, I guess. But I'm only able to be on a computer 4 days a week, not all 7. So anyway, let's talk about it with Anita. Is an engaging creator. She's got on the road to 600 subscribers. Hopefully everybody will connect with her if you haven't already. She's very tightly knit with the House of X Entertainment Inc., who's our feature channel for today. That's a joint business venture between Yo, it's your boy Leo, and it's me, Wanston, yes, honey, who've both been in the chat today with us as well. So forgive me, I'm moving a little bit faster now because we've been on well over 2 hours here. JD Knight 7. Oh, how do I not have your bell on? There it is. That's funny. It's not funny to you. It's funny to me. But we got it on now. So JD Knight 7 has been with tuberchat since the beginning. As a matter of fact, we're on episode number 86 today. But they've been with us since the very beginning. So they've got a lot of dynamic content on their channel. Lots and lots of different stuff for everybody to connect with them with. And hopefully everybody will, on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Or getting close anyway. And thank you, PA, for reminding everybody to thumbs up. It really does help the stream, and I appreciate it, especially if you're on a phone. I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment, and it really does help the stream. So I'll appreciate if everybody does. Let me just clear my notifications here for a second, and we'll spin just for fun. And we've got the Urban Cook coming up. So this is another creator that's been back with tuberchat again and again. Hopefully everybody will connect with this channel. Well over 2,000 subscribers. So chugging along just nicely. And a lot of dynamic content here as well. So you see, Jaden saw 28. You see that what I typically do is, I don't think we put Jaden's channel up today either. When you're in a live stream and you're going to raid another channel, you just put the link to that channel and tell everybody that it's a Jaden Saw raid. And then hopefully some of those people will go and do it. Thank you, DIY Sleeping Quarters, for that. We've got the Urban Cook up here right now. Let's spin. I'm just having a look at something in another window here. Here's Jaden Saw 28. Jaden's with tuberchat all the time. Has been with us since episode 13 of tuberchat. Lots of live streaming going on lately. But Jaden is always with us and is a very supportive, loyal, and dedicated creator. Fee4 World Another Gaming. Thanks for coming in. I think you were here earlier today as well, right? Norman B. Did we have a look at your channel earlier, Norman B, or no? Okay, thank you, Jaden. I'll appreciate that. And, okay, let's spin the wheel. I know I'm moving really quickly now. Let's have a look at Norman B's channel. I can't remember if we put you on earlier today or not. I don't think we looked at it today. Sometimes the days get away from me, and I can't remember when we, whether we had a channel up today or yesterday or the day before. All Real Love from New York City. What was it that you used to say? You used to say something different. And why can't I remember what it was? Oh, Nothing But Love or True Love. I wish I could remember. It's okay. All Real Love from New York City. Always. So Norman B's getting really close to that 100, and I hope that we can get them there. Justin Mello's doing Mellow-tastic today. That's fantastic. That's great news. I'm just looking at something in another window here as well. And thank you very much, FIFA World, for reminding everybody to thumbs up. Let's spin. We'll get another channel up here. Look at FIFA World and Other Gaming right now. Why don't I have your bell on? Is that more glitching, or have I just not had your channel up in a while? Bell should have been on. We got it now. Road to 3K. That's right. You're well over 2,000. You got that nice and locked in. So hopefully we pushed you a little bit farther today. You picked up another couple of friends and family members, and hope everybody did enjoy their Sunday afternoon. A lot of live streaming lately, eh? Good stuff. Yeah, the grind never stops. It's true. You got a good variety of stuff here too. That's something else. But I've always talked about this banner. I love, love, love your banner. Let's spin just for fun. And DIY sleeping quarters. Let's get your channel up here. Got you, got the bell on. Did you change your banner, or do I just think that? These are great thumbnails, eh? I love Rubik's Cube. It's one of my things. Not great at it. We used to be able to do two sides. Thank you, JD Knight, for sharing on Twitter. Oh, Lockhart Perspective, we had your channel up a few minutes ago. JD Knight 7 is one of the members of TuberChat Stars, which is on Twitter. There are YouTubers who tweet and retweet for others. It's a list that we have. So if you visit TuberChat on Twitter, you'll find in our lists TuberChat stars. JD Knight 7 is there along with about 30 other creators. And if you're active on Twitter, then you're able to find other YouTubers who obviously are willing to share for each other. So you might get some Twitter action as well, and that can really help. And thank you, FIFA World, Other Gaming, for reminding everybody to thumbs up. And I'm just going to head over here. And we are going to do a TuberChat raid. So if you would, just please hit that link. Head over to Embracing Everyday Realities, who's a member of our community, of course, and mention TuberChat raid when you get there. We can continue connecting in their chat. There's a couple of familiar faces over there, including Vern's Junk Closet. And I will see you over there. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you've spent today. I really do appreciate every moment that you spend. Coach Sherry has to fix the connection to Twitter. Hopefully you get it sorted out, and then love to be connected there as well. But I appreciate all the time everybody spent. And Coach Sherry, thank you for becoming a member today. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Justin Mello, the Lockhart Perspective, the Urban Cook. I don't want to forget anybody. Thank you, PA, for everything that you do. Thank you, FIFA World, Other Gaming, JD Knight 7, House of X Entertainment Inc., our featured channel for today. Let's talk about it with Anita, Norman B, and TWTTV. Thank you so much. And Kristin and Kira, of course, my loves. And I will see you over with Embracing Everyday Realities. So thank you, everyone, again for the time you've spent, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, everyone.